take a look at these two paintings. What I want you to do is select the one painting that you find more captivating. While both paintings are beautiful, I want you to select the one that is more immersive and interesting. If you had the choice, which one of these two paintings would you hang in your living room? To make things fair, both paintings are landscape paintings. Both of them are painted in Australia. Both of them won the Wynne Prize the year they were painted. For context, the Wynne Prize is an annual prize for the best landscape painting. And here's the most important bit, both the paintings are made by the same artist, just around 20 years apart. Picked your answer? So I did a poll in the community tab asking people which painting they prefer, and a majority of the voters chose the first painting. If you did that too, then welcome to the club. The first painting is called Spring Frost, and it was painted by the Australian landscape painter Elioth Gruner. Not many people know about him or his work. So in this episode of Worth a Look, let me show you how one comment made by an artist about Gruner's painting style led him to change his style entirely, and why. Before we get started with the incident that changed Gruner's art style, we need to know a little bit about the artist himself. Now, we can only know a little about him because there's not much about Gruner that I could find. Gruner had a difficult childhood. He was always interested in painting and arts. At 12, he started taking art lessons and discovered that there was something about paintings that made him feel better. But then, tragedy hit. When Gruner was just 14, his father died. Forced due to circumstances, he had to work to support his household. He became a draper's assistant where he used to work for 14 hours a day. Even then, he managed to take some time out of his schedule and make some paintings. By the time Gruner was 19 years old, he was already exhibiting his artwork with the Society of Artists in Sydney. At 25, his paintings started to get more attention and recognition. It was his distinct style and the ability to hold the attention of the viewers that made his paintings shine. Soon, Gruner became the assistant of the very art school he went to learn painting when he was just 12 years old, and for 3 months, he took the charge of the entire school as well. This painter had promise, and it was quite evident from the paintings he was making. One of the most successful phases of Gruner's career was when he painted simple, early morning scenes showing local landscapes. The reason why I call this phase the Age of Sunrise is because the artist put a lot of effort in studying how light interacts with objects and showing this effect to create this dreamlike glow around the subjects. In 1916, Gruner's Morning Light won him his first Wynne Prize, a big achievement. A vast, airy field with a wide, clear sky, the mountains beautifully divide the canvas into two parts and the human subject stands at the edge. Now, notice how the painting beautifully combines the style of Impressionism along with realistic lighting. The scene is made using broad brushstrokes and dabs of paint, yet the sunlight is depicted so accurately, bouncing off the edges. It was as if Gruner took the best of Monet and Caravaggio and created a perfect amalgamation of imagination and reality. But the best was yet to come. Gruner was well aware of the styles of Caravaggio and Monet. Caravaggio mastered how to show light in the most realistic way possible, while Monet replaced realism with Impressionism. Caravaggio was a man of minute details, while Monet was more about the general shape and look of the scene rather than the details. Gruner studied both of them very well. Take a look at these two paintings made by the artist. One is a self-portrait and the other is a scene from a beach. Both have a human subject, but their depiction is completely in different styles. Can you see the similarity these paintings share with the works of Caravaggio and Monet? The most interesting thing Gruner did was to masterfully combine the two styles and create, according to me, his most captivating and beautiful painting, the Spring Frost. Initially, I wanted to make this video just about this painting, but while researching, I got to know the interesting story of this painter. Spring Frost is the perfect mix of Impressionism and realism. There are so many great things about this painting that it's hard for me to list all of them. The light rays from behind the trees gently touching the hazy, dreamlike scene of this farm takes you into the scene. You can almost feel the cool breeze of the early morning, the cold and moist blades of grass underneath, and the warm sunlight touching your skin. This beautiful effect is achieved by adding a glowing edge around the subjects, showing the refraction of sunlight through the dews. This is a painting that makes you feel calm and comfortable. There is so much depth in this painting that you need to take a long glance at it, observing everything inside the scene. Gruner made many paintings in this style: Summer Morning, Frosty Sunrise, The Waddles, but sadly, things were to change due to one unfortunate event. Now this is the interesting part. In 1923, Gruner visited London to manage the Society of Artists exhibition of Australian art in Burlington House. Another painter, Sir William Orpen, visited the exhibition and was escorted by Gruner himself. Orpen saw Gruner's paintings and criticized it harshly, not knowing that the painter was with him. This deeply affected Gruner and made him feel embarrassed. Orpen was a magnificent painter. His works are amazing, and what he was doing with his painting style was very similar to Gruner's methods. Orpen was mixing Impressionism with Fauvism, in which the paintings are made with vibrant colors. Orpen later provided constructive criticism, and since he was an established artist, Gruner took it all, which he shouldn't have. He studied the paintings of established European artists such as Cézanne or Gauguin, and went back to Australia, never to paint something like the Spring Frost. After 1923, Gruner's works lost their shine, and I mean it literally. His paintings became flat, dull, and somber, and many of his viewers criticized him for this tonal shift. But Gruner didn't change. Don't get me wrong, the paintings he made after changing his style were not bad in any form or way, but his paintings were just good, nothing spectacular or different. Gruner's paintings lost their shine, literally. Take a look at these two very similar paintings. Valley of Tweed was painted in 1918, while Vitangera was painted in 1937. Both of these paintings show the landscape from a high vantage point. Valley of Tweed was the last public painting he did with his original style. Notice the similarity between these two paintings. The colors are similar, the scene is also very similar. But there is one major difference that breathes life into Valley of Tweed. You can see how much lighting can change the look of a painting. It makes it more lively and interesting. The second painting looks dull, flat, and not exciting in any way. He stopped studying light and its interaction with the subjects and scenes. This is the reason why no other painting he made could reach the heights of success that Spring Frost did. Gruner is known for that painting, and it is his most famous work. The other painting that I showed you earlier was the last painting he made. It also received the Wynne Prize, and while it was a beautiful painting, it fails to take you into the scene that it shows. Spring Frost does, and that was all about the artist and his art. Consider subscribing if you liked the video, and like it if you loved the video. Till we meet next time, have a great day.